We have a big announcement today. The 2021 CMN champion is going to be announced. But first, let's start with our folks from Samaritan Hospital. We have Tom, Beth, and Bonnie here. And Tom, you're the CEO there. So you could tell us really how important this program is at the hospital and here in our community.
Great. Alex, thank you so much. And it is my pleasure to be with you today. Alex, I can't tell you how important our whole Children's Miracle Network, our CMN program, is for not only Samaritan, but for the community as well. It does a couple of very, very special things for us. Number one, it provides direct financial support to Samaritan. But I think what's most important about our CMN is it also provides direct support to families. Families that have a child that might have a medical condition that creates some challenges for them. Maybe there's more money out of pocket than they expected. They might have to travel out of town for it. There might be some supplies or medications that they need, lots of different reasons. But what makes our CMN so special is that we can provide that support directly to our families for the needs that they might have. But in addition to that, our CMN also provides some great support back to Samaritan. They provide direct financial assistance to Samaritan in our child-related activity programs. We have a pediatric unit. We have a neonatal intensive care unit. We've got a very active maternity department as well as our emergency department. And over the years, CMN has provided equipment and supplies for every one of those areas so that we can make sure we're taking care of the kids the best that we possibly can. So we're so fortunate for that. And then lastly, I would note the nice thing that CMN has done for us relative to our car freshener Women's and Children's Center. CMN made a very significant contribution to that capital campaign that allowed us to complete the construction of that entire program. So we're just so grateful for CMN for all that they have done over the years, not only for Samaritan directly, but also for the families of the North Country as well. So Alex, thank you so much for having me with you today. It's great to see you, and I'm so excited that we're going to be announcing our champion today as well.
Tom, thank you for that. And you mentioned there are all these wonderful things going on, and you all are working so hard to make that happen, but you obviously couldn't do that alone. And our community always comes through. That's one of the best parts about living here in the North Country is when we hear that we're all in it together, we really mean it here. And Beth, I know that you work a lot with your community partners.
We do, and we are just so proud and appreciative to those community partners. We could not do it without them, both locally as well as at the national level. And just some of those national level partners that make this program happen on an annual basis are Walmart, Kinney's, our Dairy Queen, our Rite Aids. We have them throughout the 3-county area. So we are just so proud to be part of the CMN partnership. And 100% of those funds that are raised by all our partners and local partners as well, stays right here within the Samaritan system. So thank you to everyone that makes this program a success.
Well, Beth, thank you. And Bonnie, you have the moment we've all been waiting for. We have a big announcement today. And there's somebody here on our screen that we haven't announced yet, or we haven't acknowledged yet, but there's a reason she's here.
Yeah, so we are very excited to announce our 2021 Children's Miracle Network champion, and it's a big, big job. And so this person is an ambassador for the program. It's very, very important. And her name is Natalie Gondak, and Natalie is here with her mom, Marcy. And we're very, very excited. So what the champion does is lets the community know what it's like to be a CMN kid. And Marcy's going to let us know what it's all about with Natalie and her story. But first, Mom, do you have something to give Natalie?
I do. It's right here. She's been waiting a long time for this.
Oh, yes. Due to COVID, we had to drop this off early. And so we are excited to give Natalie her CMN medal. And here we go.
All
Congratulations.
Like a true champion.
And Natalie has something to say.
Oh.
For helping.
Oh.
Yes, thank you so much, CMN, for choosing Natalie to represent CMN. We are so grateful. And we also wanted to let you know how hard it was in the beginning, and we never knew a program like this existed until we needed them, and they have been there for us from the very beginning. So we wanted to say thank you.
Well, we are so excited for you, Natalie and Mom. If you could just give us a little bit of background. She was chosen for a reason. She is a true champion. She's brave, and we're so excited that she is the 2021 CMN champion. Can you tell us a little bit about why Natalie is such a champion here?
Natalie was diagnosed with B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. She was placed in the high-risk category on March 28th, 2019. That's when she was diagnosed, and we just brought our baby boy home from the hospital only 2 weeks after, so that was really difficult for us. She spent the first month in her treatment hospitalized with a terrible infection. Thankfully, she recovered from that, and she completed her frontline treatment. That probably was about a year, and that was the hardest year we've ever been through. Luckily, she has transitioned into maintenance where she is now. She's been in this phase for about a year. She travels to clinic once per month for her lumbar punctures and her chemotherapy infusions. She also takes oral chemotherapy at home every night. Natalie had a rough start in the beginning of maintenance. She was diagnosed with a condition called pseudotumor cerebri, and that means her body is producing too much spinal fluid, and that was placing pressure on her brain, causing severe head and neck pain. Luckily, we have that under control, which we are forever grateful for. She's off the couch, she's playing with her siblings, so we are so grateful for that.
Well, thank you for sharing. I know probably a hard story for you to share, but so important. Now, Natalie, here's the real question is for you. Are you ready to be a champion this year?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank everybody so much for taking the time today. Natalie, congratulations. And of course, if you're watching this video, you can get more information on the Samaritan Medical Center website, always on how you can help.